Mr. Barletta from Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Director Rodriguez, my constituents in Pennsylvania are worried about their safety when they hear that the refugees coming into the Commonwealth because they simply don't trust the vetting process. And to be honest with you, I have a lot of concerns too. And here's why. Here in this committee, according to former FBI Assistant Director Tom Fuentes, our human, and this is his quote, our human resources in Syria are minimal, and we don't have a government we can partner with, and that's a key thing. Two, National Counterterrorism Center Director Nicholas Rasmussen explained that the intelligence picture that we've had of this Syrian conflict zone isn't what we'd like it to be. You can only review data which you have. Three, FBI Assistant Director Michael Steinbach said that the concern in Syria is that we don't have the systems in place on the ground to collect the information. All of the data sets, the police, the intel services that normally you would go and seek that information from don't exist. And four, FBI Director James Comey said, we can query our databases until the cows come home, but nothing will show up because we have no record of that person. We can only query what you have collected. My question to you is, can you confirm to us today that not one single refugee who doesn't show up on our databases is admitted into the United States?
I think that's the point that I was, if you don't show up on the databases, it means there isn't derogatory information. It means we don't have...
Well, that's not true. I don't think anybody here believes that. I don't think we have no database to check. Doesn't mean that there is no history. We have no records, or we cannot count on the Syrian government to give us that database. That doesn't mean that nothing exists. It means that we just don't have any database to collect that information. I don't think anybody here believes that.
Well, I think one of the key parts that I've been trying to emphasize...
This is why the American people don't trust us allowing people in here, because they don't think we're getting a straight story.
I think if I had a couple moments to describe the entire process, which is a lengthy process...
No, I'd like you to answer my question first. Can you confirm today that not one single refugee from Syria will be admitted into the United States if they don't show up on the database? Can you confirm today that not one person will be allowed in?
If they don't, there are people who have been admitted who haven't shown up on databases.
Okay.
That doesn't mean we don't take other steps.
That doesn't mean
that there are other things we do to satisfy ourselves that the person we are admitting does not pose a threat. So I think you need to hear how the whole process works before focusing on one element of the process.
See, it only takes one person. Doesn't take an army. Your family, my family, every single person in your family, that family is the most important people in the world to you. It only takes one person. I don't think we should allow one single refugee into the United States if we cannot confirm factually that we have checked the database and we can confirm that that person does not possess an intent or a threat to the American people. I want to go on it because I got the answer I wanted there. You know, I've been saying since I've been in Congress that and I know sometimes I sound like a broken record. The 9/11 Commission report taught us many times that the best weapon that terrorists have is a valid travel document, because terrorists want two things: they want to get into the country, and then they want to stay here just long enough to carry out their mission. And more than 40% of illegal immigrants that are present in this country came here legally, and they have their visa expire, and then they never left, and we can't find them. You know, if your state is home to an international airport, I believe you're a border state. Of approximately 400 individuals who have been convicted in the United States as a result of international terrorism-related investigations conducted from September 2001 through March 2010, approximately 36 were visa overstays. I don't believe there's a strong enough deterrent for anyone who wants to overstay their visa, and that's one reason I introduced a bill, a visa overstay, which brings the visa overstay laws in line with current law for crossing a border unlawfully, makes them parallel, making it a crime to overstay your visa, and it is more of a deterrent. Under Secretary Taylor, would you agree that tougher penalties and clarity in the law will help agents perform their jobs? And do you think we need to have a tougher deterrent than exists right now for those who are thinking of overstaying their visa?
Sir, at this point, what I would say is that the Department, for the first time in history, produced a visa overstay report that had been asked for from this Congress for many years. This is an area of great concern to our Secretary, and he's directed CBP and ICE to work on potential solutions that would deter individuals from wanting to overstay their invitation to our country. I'm not in a position today to tell you what that's going to look like, but I know that that direction has been given, and I'm sure the Secretary will be happy to address that issue once he's had a chance to have his team consult on it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Perry from Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gentlemen, ladies